Okay, we're in book 8 of the Bible story by Arthur S Maxwell. And we are at part 4, story 9, Tales of the Talents. Talents. Okay. Knowing that he would soon be leaving his disciples and going away for a long, long time, Jesus tried to give them all the good advice he could so they would know what to do while he was gone. That is why he told them the story of the 10 sleepy girls. Excuse me. He wanted them to be ready always for his return. But just being ready was not enough. It must make the most of their lives, serving God faithfully every day and using every chance to tell others of his love. To make this plain, Jesus told another story. There was about a merchant who went on a long trip into a far country. Before leaving, this man called 3 of his servants and handed each of them a certain amount of money, to every man according to his several abilities to use it. To one he gave 5 talents, to the other 2 talents, and to the third 1 talent. Then, after urging each of them to do his best, he went on his journey. The man with the 5 talents started to work at once, buying and selling until he made his 5 talents 10. The man with the 2 talents did the same, only he couldn't didn't earn quite as much. Even so, he made 100% again, so that his 2 talents became 4. But the man with the 1 talent merely dug a hole in the ground, buried his talent, and took life easy. He told his friend that he didn't see why he should work while the boss was away on a vacation. By and by the merchant returned, calling his servants to account for the money he had entrusted to them. The first came and told he had traded with the 5 talents and earned 5 more. Well done, good and faithful servant, said the master. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Then the second servant told him what he had done. Master, he said, you gave me 2 talents. Here are 2 more. Well done, my good and faithful servant, said the master. You have been faithful over a little, and I will set you over much. Lastly, the 1 talent man came to report. He was surely short. He was surely short a fellow. Master, he said, I knew you were going to be a kind man who must have who just made profit without another man's work. So I buried your old talent. Here it is. Take it. You can have it back. At this, the merchant was very upset. You wicked and lazy servant, he said. Why didn't you at least put my money into a bank so that I could have gained interest on it? Then he said, take the talent from him and give it to the man with the 10 talents. and throw this worthless servant outside in the dark. There is a reason here. There is a lesson here for all of us. The merchant in this story is Jesus. He had gone away to a far country, and to each of his disciples he had given talents, according to his ability. Some have 5 talents, some have 2, some only have 1. But he expects all of us, all to use them to the best they know how. And then, of course, they have illustration up here at the top. It's got the one making more, and then you got them, him bringing the stuff, and then bringing more money, and then the guy who didn't bring anything. You see the illustrations. This is the one with the single talent, and then these are the ones that brought the many, and then here's the serving of the one, and then them receiving it, I guess. And it has, someday when he returns, he is going to ask us what we have done with all our good gifts he has given us. Oh, but you say, he never gave me any money? Maybe not, but money have isn't the only talent. Your voice is a talent with the power to talk and sing. Your brain is a talent with the power to think and plan. Your hands are a talent, which is the power to write, to play music, to do good to the needy. Stop for a moment right now and count your talents. Art. You are probably will find that you have more than 5, maybe 10. And Jesus wants you to use them all to his glory. Perhaps you're saying, but I've only got 1 talent. All right, just don't bury it. Make the most of it. Use it and watch it grow. It's not the number of talents you have that matter, but how faithful we are in using them. Jesus wants us to be faithful in what we have, be faithful in that which is least. In a few things, the littlest things we do for him. When the day of reckoning comes, how happy you will be to hear Jesus say to you, "Well done, good and faithful servant." That "well done," said with a smile and a handshake, will be a reward enough for anything any of us ever have to do for him. And then it has Jesus, or a representation of Jesus, with a group of people in 1956 dress. I'll show you what it looks like. And there it is. Okay, and that was the end of part 4, story 9. So we're going to take the little break, then we'll be back, and then see what else I got. Be back.